Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the next episode of my makeup collection series, and today's video is my highlighters. I am so excited for this video. I love highlighters so much. I love to glow, as you can see, and I have so many more highlights than I thought that I did, which is so crazy. 20 highlights, which doesn't sound like that many, but for me it is. It's the whole thing. I'm just gonna hop in because I don't want this video to be forever long, so let's get started. The first highlight that I have is actually a blush. It is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in the shade Pink-tastic. This is a pink highlight, and yes, it is a blush, but you could not wear that as a blush. This is a highlight. This is a highlight all the way. I really love this because it is more firmly pressed because it is a baked product. It's gonna be hard to give different descriptions for each highlight because I love them all. Next we have the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade On the Cusp, and this is their Super Shock formula but in a cheek product, and this is a warm champagne color. It's a champagne. It leans just a little bit more gold, and this is one of my favorite highlights to wear when I have no face makeup on. Like, I wear this a lot when I go to the beach in the summer because it's so light and you don't feel it on your skin, even though it is a cream product, and it just gives you the most beautiful glow from within. The next highlight that I have is a loose highlight. Gotta be very careful with this bad boy, and this is the AOA Studios Powlighter in the shade Astro, and this is a pink highlighter, and this is a super duper intense highlight, so when I wear this I have to be very careful how I apply it, or else it'll look crazy, and I can only apply a tiny bit of it, or else I will look insane. Next, we have the IBY Beauty Radiant Glow Highlighter in the shade 24K Magic. This is a gold highlight, but it's pretty dark. It does give a little bit of a dark cast when I currently wear it, but if I use just a tiny bit and really blend it out, I can get it to look pretty okay, and it does look beautiful in the summer when I have more of a tan. Next is the highlight that really sparked my highlight obsession, and this is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in the shades Mean Money and Hustla Baby. As you can see, I have absolutely worn the crap out of Mean Money, which is kind of funny because Mean Money is the lighter, more powdery highlight, and it's actually the highlight that I'm wearing today. And this highlight you can barely see when you swatch it, but it gives you just the most beautiful glow from within. Hustla Baby, complete opposite from Mean Money, is probably the most intense highlight that I have in my collection. It's just, it doesn't look that intense when you swatch it, but when you apply it on your face, holy cow, it is insane. If you keep seeing me looking off to the side, I have my notes sitting over here. Next, I have my Kaleido Skin Blush in the shade Prom Queen, and this is a beautiful rose gold highlight. Again, this is not marketed as a highlight, but I would never ever wear this as a blush because it's just, this is a highlight. Like, you just couldn't wear it as a blush. I have the AOA Studio Velour Highlighter in the shade Sometimes, and this is very similar to the ColourPop Super Shock formula, but these are a little bit less creamy and a little more almost thick feeling, but they give a really gorgeous glow, and this is a really nice champagne color. Next, I have a Ciate London Single Highlighter, and this is in the shade Moon Dust. And this, in my opinion, is a true pink highlighter. Next is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Golden Flower Crown. And this is one of my favorite highlighters. I love wearing this in the fall, which is really weird. And this is a warm gold. Next is the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder in the shade Starlight Glow. And this is just a true, almost cool toned neutrally highlight. And it doesn't look like anything special swatched, but it really is super gorgeous when you apply it on your cheeks. Next is the Ofra highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive, and this is a warm gold highlight. Again, this is one that I can really only wear in summer when I have a tan. Next is my Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid in the shade Light. And I do really enjoy this highlighter, but I find that it is pretty difficult to work with. This is a true pink highlighter. No, I'm gonna say it's more of a champagne shade, but I find that it's difficult to work with because it dries and sets down really, really quickly, and I feel like you waste so much product trying to apply it. So it's not one of my favorites, but it's still really good. Next, I have another loose highlight, and this is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighting Powder in the shade I'm So Lit. And one of my friends actually inspired me to buy this. Jacqueline, she made me buy it. She didn't make me, but she had it, and then I wanted it, so I bought it. And this is a warm gold, but it's pretty light. And one thing about this highlight is that I feel that sometimes it can kind of give a gray cast, which is very odd, but I find that if you just take your time and blend it in, then it's not very noticeable. And next is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop, the most famous highlight of all time. And I actually think I got this in a BoxyCharm after wanting it for forever. And it definitely lives up to the hype. It is such a beautiful highlight, and it is a warm gold shade. Next is my Milk Makeup Flex highlighter in the shade Lit, and I bought this kind of on a whim. It is a really pretty champagne highlight, and it is one of my favorites. I think it looks so beautiful. It is super reflective, and it's one of my favorite highlights. Next, I have my Too Faced Diamond Lights highlighter in the shade Canary Diamond, and this is a beautiful shifty highlight, and it shifts from a true yellow gold to a hot pink, and it is such a unique highlighter to my collection. And I don't even know if you can kind of see the shift that it has, but it is definitely one of my favorite highlights, and I think this is going to be so pretty for summer. And next is the Benefit Cookie highlight, and this is a really icy champagne highlight. And this you have to be really careful with because it is super reflective and you can get overboard, but if you again take your time, blend it in, it looks super beautiful. Next is my iconic London Original Illuminator. This I also got in a BoxyCharm, and this one I find a little bit difficult to work with just because it has such an intense brown base to it, which is really strange for a highlight, but if you don't apply it like just right, it can look like you just have like brown stripes on your cheek, which I don't really think is the goal. And next I have the Jouer powder highlighter in the shade Skinny Dip. This is just a little mini sample size. This again is a warm gold shade, and it has almost something pink to it. And I don't even want to say that it's a rose gold because you can't really see the pink, but it has something a little bit pinky to it, and I think it's really gorgeous. This is a little deep for me right now, but I think when I get more of a tan, it'll be beautiful and perfect. And then last but not least in my highlighter collection, the most recent addition is the Hourglass Vanish Highlighter Stick, and this is the shade Champagne Flash, and like the name says, it is a champagne highlight. This formula is very new to me. It is pretty oily. I would say the formula is actually pretty similar to the iconic highlight, but I prefer this one a lot more. That is my highlighter collection. That is all 20 highlighters that I have in my collection. I love them all. I use them all equally. Even if I don't love all of them as much as others, I still use all of them, and I try to use them in a rotation like I do all things in my makeup collection. And that is it for this video. I'm really trying to steer away from making these videos mini reviews on every product in a certain category, so I'm trying to just stick to making them just literally showing you the product and giving you the facts about them and like the descriptions. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will like this video and subscribe before you go, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye!